one, and click two, and we are live. I think I can't hit that button because that's disorienting to look at. Alrighty. Welcome to everyone. We are on to session 60 of Severity's OG campaign, our homebrew D&D adventure. We play this campaign every second. Pardon?
We're old.
We're old.
We're 60.
I used to be hip with the kids, but then I had to get mine replaced. Yes, we play every second Sunday for this campaign at 5 p.m. PST, right here at twitch.tv/Roll for Severity. On the in-between weeks, we also have the Miss Wolfringer campaign that runs at noon PST. If you're looking to watch, rewatch, or catch up on past episodes, subscribers have access to the episodes we live the air over in the channel's VODs. For those who aren't subscribers, all episodes are uploaded to YouTube, usually a week after they initially air, sometimes later, usually later. That's my fault. That's fine. You can find us on YouTube by searching Roll for Severity, or there is a link somewhere down below the stream. I'm Ominous Giggle, the DM for this campaign, and I'm joined by my fantastic players, Not Nathan, Mel, and Jeanette. Unfortunately, Jamie is not available to join us today. So before we get underway, a few quick things to go over. One, each month we donate a portion of all income generated by Roll for Severity to charity. This includes that from direct donations, bits, subscriptions, and sales from our store. This month's charity is the BC Children's Hospital Foundation, a foundation supporting British Columbia's Children's Hospital and researching ways to transform and improve healthcare for children. It's thanks to this foundation that we have our lovely Kay. We wouldn't have had him without them, so definitely a good group. You can check out their website at bcchf.ca or on Twitter at bcchf. Speaking of our store, we have one up on tpublic.com/user/roll-for-severity, or there's a link somewhere down below the stream. So without further ado, to my party, what happened last time?
We're fighting.
I said fuck the party.
Wild magic happened.
I've given up on everyone at this point. I've taken our lovely elf friend and I've decided to leave the rubber trees that have fallen. The rubber trees? Rubberfied trees? The trees that fell because of wild magic and being rubbery. And we're leaving the rest of the party in a pit made out of the fallen rubber trees. Spite.
If I could sum it up in a couple words, it would be, it was an accident. That's how I would sum up last session.
If I could sum it up, last session in a couple words, it was a blast.
I don't like that. That's offensive to the dearly departed and newly returned.
Both of them.
We killed a man accidentally in a blast. Our guide, Urethane. We brought him back and continued to surge and make things happen that pissed off Kay.
Yeah, Sylvania.
Kay is having negative shits. Like there are the party owes him shit at this point, and he's done. He checked off at the end of last session and was like, no
more fucks to give.
Yes. I saw sharks. I warned people about mist sharks. We had a combat, which was a combat. Should have been fine, but no.
I mean, the combat was fine.
The combat was fine.
The only thing weird that happened during the combat is Mel started seeing invisible things for a little bit.
And Theo was covered in feathers and tarred.
Yes. Theo tarred and feathered himself.
But that's just funny.
Oh, so when Theo does it, it's funny, but when Annah makes trees noodly, it's offensive.
Anna didn't make the trees noodly. Theo did. Theo cast magic and surged. You exploded the session before, or you lit yourself on fire the session before and lit a tree on fire.
I thought I did it because I rolled for Theo. That's right.
See, now, tar and feather is funny because it only hurts one person. The trees falling isn't funny because, one, it hurts the trees, it hurts the party and everyone involved, and potentially other poor creatures that got involved. There are casualties, just like bursting to hurt
the trees. The trees were just very confused and tired.
DM, did I hurt the
Because
tree?
you made them move for the first time in a century.
More than that.
Good to stretch out your roots.
A millennia. They've been growing for so long. Like they weren't planning on walking up and getting away. Like, what are they, Trents? God, I hope you didn't make the species of Trents now because you uprooted all of them out of it. Like, if
No,
that's the thing that
from
happened,
Aaron's description, the roots are still
Oh,
in
the
the
roots are still in
ground.
place.
The trees
The trees
did.
themselves essentially went from being dry spaghetti to wet spaghetti. But the roots are still very much in the ground.
that just makes it worse, because what happens when they recover? Do they slingshot? Like, no, we are leaving right now before bad things happen.
Speaking of leaving, so I need to find Dog.
Who is currently under one of the trees.
Yes.
Anyways, Kay and our guide are continuing to move towards our objective.
Well, Kay's trying to get the guide to move. Kay told the guide we're leaving. And that was going to be the end of the session, so.
Yes, I mean, it's not his choice.
Yeah, the party's had a eventful past couple of days while traveling through Shilmista between the sharks, Sylvania exploding, killing your guide, unkilling your guide, Sylvania suddenly popping back into existence, Theo turning a large patch of essentially redwood trees into limp tree spaghetti, Dog being crushed beneath one of these trees, most of the party also getting pinned underneath these trees in some fashion. Though not Kay, because Kay shunted himself off to the ethereal plane.
Because he was already angry with the rest of the party. Specifically Syl in this instance.
Yeah. The great thing about all of this is, like, in my notes I had, like, these are the different things that are going to kind of happen between, like, from each day. And, like, for, like, there were several days where it's like, on this day, it's like, there's nothing eventful that I have planned for this day. Then Mel lit herself on fire in the first one. And then Sylvania exploded. And then we got the rubber trees. So it's like,
Scratch out nothing eventful.
Yep. It's like, scratch out nothing eventful, add in, what the fuck?
Well, if Sylvania is gonna try and get Dog out, Annah will help. I don't know if casting pass without trace. Sorry, pass with, what is it called?
Pass without trace.
Yes.
That would not help. That helps you be stealthy.
Oh, sorry. What is the special one? I feel like I had something.
There was freedom of movement.
Freedom of movement. There. Oh no, I can't cast it anymore. Sorry, Dog.
But that being said, Kay kind of like grabs Erythane. It's like, we're leaving. And Erythane's just like kind of like looking at Kay and looking back at the party and like.
Do you want to be standing here when these trees stop being rubber?
Well, on one hand, no, but while I don't disbelieve you're adept at survival, I've also watched you just up and vanish, which, if you did that because we were in danger, that would just leave me in danger, and I personally don't think it's wise to go gallivanting off on our own. We also don't know how long, or if, or when, or even if these trees will stand back up.
Kay's gonna be like, yes, but are you willing to take that gamble? Because I am not. And Kay's gonna walk away. Kay knows the direction of which we're supposed to be headed. Last he checked, because he's in a forest. He doesn't get turned around, because it's his domain. So he's gonna be like, hey, well, I'm gonna go that way. Good luck. And Kay is literally gonna leave the party. Let's do a scape.
Escape. That's a weird word. Still the same as escape. So Kay turns and hops off his tree and starts venturing the direction the party had been traveling, Kazoon tight. And Erythane does hop down and is like, how are we going to be getting the cat out.
Did you see where the cat went down?
No, there was a lot happening.
Fair. Do I know where Dog was? Because Dog was already hurt before this started.
Yeah, because you blew up. You assume Dog probably hadn't really left where the dome was? Because unless you had called Dog over or something like of the sort once...
No, because the plan was to repair Dog in the morning, so Dog was probably in the dome.
Yeah. Specifically, the new dome.
The new dome.
Considered the last dome got blown up.
Yes.
And by blown up, I mean Theo got thrown out of the dome, which means it... So yeah, you've got a general idea of where the dome was, and yeah, there is a tree that is laying straight through it. What is the party's plan on attempting to get Dog out?
Anna, does any of your tree stuff help?
Nope. I tried coaxing the trees to move, and they're very tired and unable. But maybe I can dig Dog out by turning into a giant mole rat? Maybe?
A giant mole rat.
I don't know if that's a thing Anna can even turn into.
What?
I would have had to have seen it first.
Yeah, roll me a history check.
It's a 4.
You've never seen a giant mole rat.
Shoot.
Maybe it was a giant mole on a rat. I could have sworn. Well, I have a shovel in my pack. I could just try digging Dog out the old-fashioned way.
What do I got? Not much.
I don't know if Theo... I actually should have pulled Theo's sheet up. Perhaps he has some sort of shenanigans to help get Dog out.
Hey, Anna,
Yes?
can you turn into anything that's good at digging?
That's a great question. Turn into a dog?
Dog's
Something,
good at
something with a
digging.
dig speed.
Yeah, no, that was my initial thought with the mole rat thing, but I don't know what Anna would have in her repertoire for digging. That said, and this isn't necessarily grateful, but she can cast Erupting Earth and try and dispel the earth under Dog. It's just Dog would also take damage from that.
Have you ever seen a giant badger?
Roll me another nature check.
Yeah. Roll a nature check this time. Sweet.
Yeah,
or is it
nature
history
check on
still?
this one.
Sweet. 17.
You have seen a giant badger before.
Woohoo!
nearly
What's
ate
the
you.
yard?
One quarter.
Okay, perfect. Then let's do it.
After Anna turns into a giant badger, I am going to dump a potion on her that will double her size. Don't know if that helps, but it gives her advantage on strength checks. Though.
Roll me a surge to see if you blow up when you pour the potion on Anna.
10.
Did
No
not explode.
surge.
Because that would, especially on account of how this morning has gone so far, you pouring the potion on and then it's just exploding would have been perfectly on par.
Yep.
So Anna, you're now a giant badger.
Excellent. I will proceed to dig Dog out.
Roll
I
me,
imagine it's.
roll me a strength check.
You have
Oh,
advantage.
I have advantage. So D20 plus 1, 14, or perhaps I should have just rolled 2D20, 16.
16. So you're not exactly sure where under the tree dog is, and so you like kind of like start digging under, and you're mostly around. It does take you probably like just due to like having to dig around trying to find and trying to not have the tree also continue to collapse your hole that you're digging, which is the harder part on account of there's a lot of tree on top. It does take a while to actually manage to get to it.
3 hours as Badger.
Pardon?
I have up to 3 hours as Badger.
It probably takes about 45 or so minutes to actually get to like to find part of dog. And it like because the weight of the tree does keep like gradually collapsing more dirt in, it is a more tedious process. Like once you find dog, it still takes you another probably 20 or so minutes to actually excavate dog out. But it's yeah, after about hour and 15 or so minutes in total, like you do manage to like get dog fully like excavated and pulled out of the hole. Dog is a lot flatter than you remember. Not in a like dog is still relatively dog shaped, just very flat dog shaped.
I can't help but notice that this has taken just long enough that I can't easily put them back together.
I mean, we were lower. We were on the lower end of the DC for it, so
all of this shit happened in the morning, right?
yes.
Trees collapsing. Okay.
Still, how long do you need exactly to fix dog up?
I'm looking at dog. I do a couple checks. It's like probably 8 hours.
All right. Well, dog's carrying her stuff, so we don't move till dog does.
Well, dog's not carrying a lot of stuff. Dog has a bag of holding in its mouth, but the rest of like there's no cart.
Oh, that's right. We did. Yeah, I don't know why we thought we had a cart.
Still's already putting dog back together. It has stopped paying attention to what the rest of the party is saying. Has just grabbed all the pieces of dog, walked away from the floppy trees, and started putting them back together.
I think Theo and Annah start a fire, make some tea, watch Syl. Don't offer any assistance because Syl knows what she's doing.
I just want to check one thing with Steel Defender. Where is the thing that talks about if it dies?
It's under the artificer level 3 stuff for my subclass. I need to complete a long rest.
Okay, and you guys have just completed a long rest, so
I technically didn't. I exploded.
You did technically explode, yes.
True. I had, and I lost all my best spells trying to get people out from the trees.
So is the party then wanting to wait around for 8 hours for Sylvania to fix dog?
Well, Sylvania's doing that.
The party does not think it should be split with Sylvania and Kay.
The party doesn't want to be split 3 ways.
Exactly. So yes, even if it's not time efficient, it is still party survivability efficient.
Okay, so the
Yeah, we'll rest.
Sylvania, Theo, and all of you, I'm assuming, you said you're moving away from the trees?
Yeah, I wanted to move away from the trees because I'm sure that those are going to flop back up at some point, and I don't want to be slingshotted a mile away.
Be a convenient source of travel, assuming you don't hit any other trees.
Which you would.
Yeah, it'd very much be, I imagine it'd be the kind of situation like you see in all the cartoons where, they've got, they've, tied the tree down, they're gonna launch themselves, and the tree swings up and swings all the way over to set them right back down to the ground on the other side.
Either way, don't want to be slingshotted by anything.
That's fair.
Maybe not anything. There's probably some things I'd be willing to be slingshot by, but probably because I made them.
So the party hunkers down away from the trees, giving them a fairly wide berth to make sure that if they were to suddenly spring back up, that the party is not going to get caught up in the tree limbs or anything like that. Okay, roll me a survival check as you're progressing in the direction of where you guys were heading.
Oh, hold on. I was trying to roll a survival check, not in roll 20. That's going to be super helpful to everyone, clearly. This one.
And is it you get double proficiency or you get advantage?
That's a very good question. Let me read. The proficiency bonus is doubled.
Okay. And your proficiency bonus right now is +3. So 10.
Yeah, perfectly even.
So you're walking, you're this is the direction we are going. And so you start walking that direction for a while, and you're walking, and look back, and as you're putting distance between you and the noodle trees, making sure that they're not suddenly springing back up immediately. Partially to make sure that you're not going to get caught in a branch, but also to see, am I going to watch a party member get launched? But as you go, you do find that while you're not lost, you're not entirely sure where you're going. Because you're also not sure whether it was a straight beeline to the temple, or whether there was a path that you were going to hit and then follow along, or what the case was. But you picked a direction. You're walking.
100%.
Roll me another survival check as you're going. Gradually getting worse. The further you're going, the more you're just how far away were we? It was supposed to be a 6-day journey, and it was
3 days.
No, it was more than 3 days. You were on the 5th day, and it's pretty sure that. Yeah, still a full day out. And just pondering up, is it a straight line? We'll find out. And I'd like you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
See, 15's not terrible.
15. So as you're walking along, you've got a little bit of a spring in your step, because you're in your element. Your forces are where you feel most at home, and that little bit of a spring in your step saves you from being snatched up by a rope trap. As you hear the of it getting swung up behind you, and you look back and you can see this rope getting swung up into a tree. and just like the counterweight dropping on the other side, and you're just like,
huh. Neat.
And roll me a perception check. Ten.
It is still an inter-wisdom check, though, so it does get my proficiency bonus as well.
Okay, so 13.
Yeah.
From a quick glance around, you just, like, you're not seeing anyone or anything else. It's just kind of like,
I'm going to assume someone set this trap up to catch a wild animal. I was going to come back and check on these later.
And then you're carrying on?
Yeah, 100%.
High or low?
High.
Okay. As you're walking along, you're just confidently carrying on through. You do eventually spot a what are they called? I can't remember the actual name for it, but it essentially the little pyramid of sticks with usually like a some sort of object placed on top.
Oh God, the symbols that are typically in forests in and around where either something is cursed, a witch is seen, something like that.
Blair Witch stuff.
Kind of, like not quite the dangling things from the tree, but like it. Think more along the lines of like stereotypical walking through like a jungle, and there's like a tribe of cannibals, and so you always have like these little like piles of sticks that are pointed up, and then you've got like a skull or something like that set on top.
Okay.
You see 3 of those up ahead on your path, and on the top of one, you do see a humanoid skull. On the top of one of the others, you see a serpentine skull, and the serpentine skull is bigger than the humanoid skull. And the third one currently does not have anything on it at the top.
Cool. Hold on, I need to check something.
That one's for a K skull.
I'm trying to debate what I'm going to do here.
In hindsight, I suppose Theo would have tried to get Kay to stay.
I mean, he would have, but I would have been a fair ways away by the time you'd caught up. It's fine. Kay is going to decide to climb a tree.
Okay. Kay, as far as I'm aware, does not have a climbing speed, so give me a athletics or acrobatics check.
Well, that's a 10.
10.
Perfectly normal attempt.
These are really big trees, and it's kind of hard to get like any kind of perch on, because like smaller trees, oh yeah, you can wrap your arms around and you can like shimmy up like a monkey. These not so much, because there's no getting your arms around these trees. And so you try a few times, but you're not making any progress really.
Kay is going to hold on. Do I have? That's very convenient. If I don't actually, that's very funny.
What?
This would have been perfectly fine, but there's one distinct problem.
What's that problem?
Oh. I have a grappling hook, but you know what I don't have?
Rope.
Correct.
You know who has rope?
Everyone who isn't Kay.
Everyone but Kay.
Well, fine. Kay's gonna turn into a cloud and float up the tree.
Okay.
I will roll my surge for using my ring.
Okay. Your amulet.
Yeah, or amulet.
You do not
Not a
explode.
surge. And Kay is going to float upwards until he finds a. Actually, he's going to float upwards, and he will stop at either the point where he believes that this is as high as I probably should safely go, but also that there is a branch reasonably high up enough that's sturdy enough that he can that can hold his weight, so he can rest on it and or sleep on it, because it's a it's a tree, and he's slept in trees before. This isn't a problem, but he wants to make sure that there's a good branch that he can float up to find.
Oh yeah, and considering the size of these
also
trees,
get a
like it's
decent
not hard to
vantage
find a
point.
branch that can easily support your weight and give you like a decent
Yes.
amount of room.
And the secondary goal of Kay's is to see if he can get high enough up in the trees to get like a decent view of like maybe part of the tree line, or at least be close enough to it that he can like look and see if there's anything of advantage height. But obviously, closer you get to the top of the trees, the more questionably dangerous that becomes. So yeah.
Yep. Sorry, are you stopping at like the first set of branches that you find that you figure can hold your
No.
weight, or are you going as high up as you can? Because you've got, is it a full hour in?
Hey, I have an
Gathering?
hour.
Yeah.
Kay is going to find the highest point in the tree that he is comfortable with.
Okay. Roll me a wisdom saving throw then. 6. So you start going up the tree and you're like, oh yeah, this is fine. Like, still passing some big branches. And then you just like, even as your ghost form, you kind of look down and realize how ungodly far you are from the ground. You're like, I need to stop now. But still in cloud form at this point, looking around, give me a perception check. 10.
13.
You were getting all the good rolls today.
But yeah, it still works out to being a 13. So
Yep. So taking a look around at the area, you are finding that like you can see what somewhat looks like tents off in the far distance. So you're not entirely sure, like, are those tents associated with the little tower things I found down near the base or not? You're not sure.
it's a sign. It's a sign of organized things. Whether or not they're friend or foe, I have no idea.
Yeah. While you're also up in the tree. Oh god damn it, headset. Yes, I'm gonna plug it in apparently. So while you're up in the tree as well, still floating cloud, you see something moving through the trees towards you, bouncing from branch to branch. And as you, it's like what the heck is that? You see it kind of like it vanishes for a little bit, and you're like trying to like see where it is, and then as like your like misty form is like turning, there's a baboon, a very large baboon, right there, and you can see it kind of like looking at the mist very curiously.
Kay wasn't expecting it to be there and would scream, but he's a cloud, so he does the moment as he stares at this baboon. And Kay cautiously will poke the balloon, or baboon, yes.
Poke the balloon.
Poke the balloon, 100%. The baboon with his like cloud form, and see if the baboon does anything.
So you like manage to like pull one of the like misty parts of it over towards the thing, and the baboon's like watching it as it comes close, and it's like as the cloud part gets near its face, it's kind of like, like waving its hand through it, and kind of dispersing that part of the cloud.
Fair enough. Kay will
it's making some like grunts and snorts, but it's curious as to what the heck this thing is floating in its tree.
It's like, soon to be a new friend or enemy. Oh god. So Kay is going to need to get to a branch that isn't the same branch as the baboon.
Okay. Up or down?
Let's assume up.
Okay. You spot another branch a little bit higher up that you're like, kind of like, slowly like putzing your way towards. Because clouds, you're what, 10 foot per second move speed?
Yeah, not particularly fast. No.
Yeah. So you're just like puttering over towards this other branch, and you reach the branch. Like, yep, this thing could still hold my weight. And you turn back, and the baboon is sitting there watching you.
And I'm like, you son of a bitch. Because I can't talk to the baboon from here. Okay. So, if Kay can get to the point, like, on the trunk where it's, like, the tree's jutting out, and then the trunk of the tree is here.
Yeah, so right at the base, yeah.
Yes. Kay is going to undo cloud form.
Okay.
And immediately cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And say hi to the baboon.
And because you got the lucky magic surge before, that makes it
so I know. I never
no longer surges for you. You don't have to roll a surge for it.
It's the best shit ever, and I love it so much.
So you go and like you come out of cloud form, and immediately cast Speak with Animals and say hi. And like as soon as you come out of like cloud form, like
it's already startled.
It's already startled. Like. And like it like moves over on the branch a little bit that it's on, and it's like looking like really curious. Like, that was a cloud. What the hell? And as you like you cast Speak with Animals, and you're like, hi. Oh god, it talks. What the hell? Why does it talk? Why does it talk? No, that's bad. That's danger. Danger. Lots danger. Much danger. What are you saying?
Hold on. Kay is going to pull a ration from his bag and go, not danger, friend, food.
Roll me a persuasion check. Actually, animal handling. Because there's animal handling checks.
Yeah, there definitely is. Could have been worse.
9.
Is that a enter wisdom check? I can't see. Animal handling is wisdom, so my proficiency, that whole like nothing, I guess is is it no? It's a +1 that's doubled, so it's a 10.
Well,
I think
if it doubles your proficiency bonus, does it double your proficiency bonus only for things you're proficient in?
No. It says you have proficiency bonus doubled. Oh wait, it does say for proficient skills. Never mind. Catch that. Scratch that. Moving on.
So it is a 9.
Yeah.
Fortunately for you, the monkey rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Like you watch it's kind of like looking away, looking back towards you, looking away, and roll me a dexterity saving throw. 12. Okay. You just managed to pull your hand, like let go of the ration and pull your hand away just in time as it leaps from the branch it was on and swings its hand across to grab the ration. And like now that you're out of cloud form and back to case size form, this is a big baboon. Like, this is a K-sized baboon.
Aim it.
Well, what's important to realize is in my head, it was already K-sized. So this is perfect for my theater of the mind.
But yeah, it snatches the ration out of the air and like pushes with its front or with its arms and like leaps back a good probably 15 feet down this branch before it lands and just like starts like chewing on this ration you've given it. This
So
weird food. Still not sure.
nice.
Danger.
This is a nice tree you got here.
My tree, big tree. See lots.
Fair. So, what does one call you? I'm Kay.
And you watch that moment of like almost existential crisis. It's like, what do people call me? And he looks at you. He looks back up at you. It's like, beast.
Do you want to be called Beast?
And just kind of shrugs. Beast is the
So then
only word he's heard referred to him as.
100%. So Kay's gonna ask, do you want a name that isn't like? Do you want a name?
And he just kind of like turns his head, not sure what you're talking
Okay.
about.
Kay's going to be like, well, beast is the word used to describe what you are, but not who you are.
You watch him just kind of like scratches his head. It's like, don't know. And like finishes off the ration. He's like, why you and tree?
There's some scary stuff down there, and I don't know what it means, so I wanted to be in the tree to be safe.
Scary stuff. And you watch as he like leaps from the tree, like grabbing onto parts of the trunk because he's on his way down, and like leaps and like lands, and he's like looking at the thing. He's just like grabs one of the sticks from one of them and just pulls it out, like toppling the tower, and like yanks it out of the ropes on it. It's like climbs back up the tree. You scared of stick, and like swings the stick towards you.
Kay's gonna be like, no, I'm scared of what they mean.
It's stick.
So fair. Kay's going to attempt to be like, Kay's going to point to, it's gonna be horrifying, the encampment that he previously acknowledged, and be like, sticks placed like that can mean this is someone's territory, likely them.
My
They're claiming
territory.
ownership.
And like beats his chest.
Kay's going to be like, my apologies, but to me, it sounds like they're claiming the rights to your territory.
And it like
I don't want to intervene. I just want to pass through.
It like looks over towards where the camp is. They small. They scared of me.
And I understand why. You were big and great. And I saw you move through the trees. Very impressive. If you would be so kind as to guide me to where I'm going, I can be out of your hair. I can give you more
hair. And
treats.
He's like starts picking a hair on his arm.
Kay's gonna be like, it's an expression, meaning I will not be a problem for you.
I go away.
We're going.
Kay is going to say like ancient ruins, stone buildings, ritual site for for people long gone.
What are ruins?
Kay is going to be like weirdly shaped piles of rocks.
Like, this way. And he goes and he leaps from the tree that you're in across and like lands in another tree and starts like moving along.
Kay's gonna be like, I should have expected this. And yells, I can't do that.
And as Kay's yelling out after the monkey, what is like Sylvania is still fixing up dog. It's at this point nearing the 8-hour point. What are people doing?
The entire time that Sylvania is fixing dog, Anna's just going to be casting druid craft on the fallen trees, giving them like crowns and things. Just flitting about the trees at a safe distance and, I don't know, just killing time.
Okay.
She has nothing to do.
And what do you think Theo would be up to?
Talking to Syl, probably. Lending a hand. I don't know. Theo would patiently wait as well, I think. Maybe talk to Irithane about more of what we're going to find at the ruins.
Theo's an academic. Theo's sitting there comparing dog to golems, and Sylvania's just leaning very much into it. It's like, oh yeah, I have noticed that this part is a bit golem-like, but then he can do this thing, which makes him not golem-like, and like totally leaning in and having this intricate discussion on all the things I've discovered about how dog works and what is similar to a golem and what's not.
Alrighty.
Theo liked golemology, right? So
Yep.
he'd find that riveting.
Was
Major.
aggressively obsessed with it.
It was one of their favorite classes.
All right, yeah, Theo is just having a time with Syl, I imagine.
So the 8 hours eventually pass. You get dog back up and running. And there's a few trial runs. There's like you're like almost there. It's like dog gets up, walks a few steps, and then you just like hear like the sprawling of a spring, like, and going like opening up one of his leg panels, reattaching the springs. But you do eventually get dog back up into working order. Does that bring dog back at full health or at 1 health?
At full health.
Okay.
To do that, technically, I don't need any pieces of dog. I can just make a brand new one. Is technically what I'm doing, but since dog is special, I'm repairing.
Exactly, and that's kind of what I figured. It's like because I get that the Steel Defender, like you can just summon essentially a new one, but since you're maintaining dog, it takes a little bit of work to get the head banged out and like the bag of holding like properly accessible again, but you do manage to do it without destroying the bag of holding. You're actually very impressed that the bag of holding didn't rupture when dog got flattened.
Surprised, there's no such thing as a surprise. This is a testament to my skill.
But you get dog back up and running, and what is the party doing as you've got dog up and running?
Oh, right. Dog's fixed. Did Kay not come back?
Nope.
Oh. I thought he was going to go have one of his temper tantrums and come back.
Yeah, I think we were counting on it, but I guess we just head towards the temple, right? That's where Kay's going?
Yeah, that's where he's going. So, what was the name of the guy? Irithane?
Irithane.
Yeah.
Irithane, lead the way. We still have a few hours before it gets dark.
Yes, I hope nothing bad has happened to him.
I'm sure he's making friends.
This is a forest. He grew up in the Feywild. You know, nothing here will scare him.
Apparently, some stuff on six might. So the party starts to venture forwards. So as the party is carrying on, like, just due to the fact that you guys have taken a long rest, and then essentially another long rest as waiting for Sylvania to finish with Dog. There are some hours before sundown, but not a whole heck of a lot. And so the party gets probably like half a day's travel in by the time all said and done. And Irithane takes you down, and after a bit, you do end up you reach essentially a very small like creek that's traveling along. It's like, and then we follow this over here to the south, and so you turn and start following this creek southwards, and the you're traveling along that for probably a couple hours before finally hitting that point where like sun is mostly set and going down. The you can hear a lot more of the the nighttime wildlife flitting about. And I'll get a surge check for Theo's tiny hut.
Son of a gun!
Oh boy.
This is exactly why Kay left.
This is exactly why Kay left.
Sorry, so a D4 and a D100.
Oh god, a 1 and a 9. Okay, so this is the 30th surge we've had. It is session 60.
What did Syl surge on?
Oh, I was rolling for you because you were so busy laughing.
No, that's fair. Thank you. Yeah, those are low.
And this is Theo casting Tiny Hut. Alrighty, let's see what we have in store.
That's my second one.
Magic Surge table.
I'm not here. I can't be affected.
You're safe. Baby
Your
Theo.
furthest
I'm
friend
hopeless.
becomes a newt.
Oh, shit.
The number of things that could happen right now are terrifying.
Wild
I'm just like,
surge.
I just get to talk with a baboon, who I'm going to name by the time we're done.
Yeah. As you should.
Watch, it's going to be something like you always surge when you cast the spell now.
Oh, no. We could never...
All of the work that was put into Tiny Hut.
I know, undone. I would feel so bad.
Well, technically, it's Leoman's Tiny Hut.
So we
could
just
get
need to go
Tiny
find Tiny Hut.
Well, Leoman's Tiny Hut and Tiny Hut are the exact same spell.
Same thing.
Okay, time to find Mordekaiser's magnificent mansion.
Yeah, time to step up in the world. Okay, so the surge goes wild, and not exactly sure what happened.
Theo's just gonna check his pockets. Is his gold still gold, or is it like spiders?
Nope, gold's still gold.
Alright. Theo's gonna, like, pat himself down. Is everything still there?
Yeah, nothing seems to have gone
All right.
missing.
Cool. The hut's ready. Good night, everyone. Alright, watches. I'll take first watch, says Theo.
Okay, so Kay's not here. So can you take a double watch and then rest, and then me and then Anna?
That makes sense. Yeah, Theo will do that.
Okay.
Do you want 2 perception checks from Theo for each shift?
I'll just give me 1 perception check for it.
Sweet. Theo got a 15.
15. So Theo, like, stops and, like, is looking around, just all in all, fairly quiet. The shadows have them a little bit unnerved because they seem to be like creeping along the trees, and it's just like, that's more eerie than normal. But their watch goes by uneventful. Who's next watch?
Me.
Okay. Give me your perception check.
I'm actually doing it this time, not sending out Dog tonight, because Dog just got hurt, so Dog gets a night off.
Yay.
But apparently Dog's still very distracting, though, as I got a 5.
Yeah, you're just like, you're thinking over, like, oh shoot, I remember having to recalibrate this thing, and so you're like, instead of keeping watch, you're like kind of cracking open some of Dog and like adjusting some of the things that you're like, oh yeah, I had to make a minor tweak on this, and so you're changing some things. And you don't seem to notice anything during your watch.
Yeah, it's because everything is perfectly safe. Definitely nothing came by without me noticing.
Definitely. And Anna.
30, 20.
20. So you're watching out and about, and like you're not noticing anything too peculiar in the woods, but you do keep hearing like Theo shuffling a whole bunch, and you look over at Theo, and like they're in their meditative trance, but they keep shifting, and like almost as if like they're trying to get comfy the whole time. And you're like, what's going on? Like and this persists for like the entire 2 hours. But
If-
as
okay.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, if like partway through the watch or whatever, Anna would kind of quietly whisper, like, see if Theo's awake or if it seems like he's dreaming. Like, Theo, are you okay? Not loud enough to like hopefully wake him if he is asleep, but get his attention if he's awake.
You whisper to the. Oh, Anna. You startled me.
Were you dreaming? Were you running? Were you dreaming of running? You're kind of all over the place and twitchy, and I thought maybe you were having a stronk.
Call me a bondulance. I don't know. But God, am I tired right now.
We gotta keep an eye on that. Okay, I'm sorry I woke you. Try and go back to meditation. But you're just usually not restless like that, so I was worried.
Yep. And they kind of like sit down and like kind of go back into their meditative trance, and after a while, but they do seem to start squirming a bit more again.
Okay.
By the
I'll let it
time
be.
your watch comes to an end and morning is arising, like Theo like kind of like opens their eyes, and he looks exhausted. Like he looks tired, groggy. He did not get a good night's sleep or a good night's rest, and if Theo is missing hit points, they only regain half of the hit points between their current and their maximum.
Okay, and Theo, yeah, is. So I'll can I adjust that? I think I can. Oh, not quite. Hang on.
So they would oh, I can heal them. So they gain back 19 hit points.
19. Okay. Guess I got a long rest too.
Yeah, everyone else gets their full long rest. Oh no, Kay's run away. There's Kay. So Kay,
Theo is restless.
as you yell out after the baboon, like it doesn't initially come back, as it like hightails it off, and like by the time you get like that good shout out, like that kind of like, oh, I should have expected this, and like yell out after it, it's already gotten like 3 or 4 trees away, and like you're kind of standing there for probably like 6 minutes for like it like comes back and just like, why slow?
I can't jump trees.
And it like steps up to you and like grabs your arm and like lifts it up and just kind of like wiggles it a bit, just like your regular arm, not your robot arm. And it's just like tiny arms. You walk?
I can do that.
And it turns and like hops down, like it like glides itself down the tree and like gets down to the forest floor and then like looks up waiting for you to join it.
Yep. Bet he does. I bet he does. Hold on.
So if you're wanting to try and climb down, you can give me an athletics or acrobatics check on your way down.
Hold on. How high up am I?
Currently probably about 100 or so feet.
So don't jump. Not unless you got feather falling.
I do not.
Should have stolen one of my balloons.
You know, I was a little angry at you during that moment, so that wasn't really on my to-do list. So you know what? Fine. Kay's gonna try to climb down this tree.
Okay.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Well,
18.
an 18. I'm not gonna argue with this 18.
So you kind of like grab on, like, and like you're finding, especially higher up, there's some like the bark is a bit rougher, and so you're like grabbing onto that and using that as handholds as you're like going down. You get down to about 30 or so feet before these grooves are kind of like smoothing out towards the bottom of the tree.
Perfect. You said 30 or so. I get down 30 or so feet, or that 30
Down,
feet from
so
the
about
top?
30 feet from the ground.
Perfect. Kay is going to use
Misty Step.
to get the rest of the way down.
Smart.
Okay, roll me a surge for that.
$17.
17. So you're like getting down about 30 or so feet. You kind of like let go of the tree and hop back, and then just poof out of existence and poof up beside the baboon. And I want you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Perfectly valid.
15. So you poof out of existence, which kind of startles the baboon, and then you poof into existence beside the baboon, and he backhands you. Because something abruptly appeared beside him. Suddenly danger.
Perfectly valid.
Like Cran.
Exactly. You take...
How much does he backhand me for?
Yeah, just a moment. I need my monster manual. Where is my... Oh, boy. 1, 2, 3 of those. Okay, you rolled fairly low on this.
I'm afraid.
You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's why I'm unconscious.
Pardon?
No way.
I had 20 health. I haven't rested since the combat. He knocked me the fuck out.
No CPR.
Well, you would have had a long rest.
When would I have had a long
When
rest
you got
after the
blown
trees
the
fell?
fuck up.
Did we?
Yeah, that was
Yep.
you got blown up the night of the shark fight.
All right. Well, then, in this case, we're going to adjust this.
Yeah,
Because
Theo
apparently
and,
I'm
you didn't
very
get hit by
bad.
the trees. Theo and Anna had taken
Right.
damage because they got hit by the trees.
Right.
But
Okay.
you went to the
'cause
ethereal plane, so you didn't.
I woke up to be pissed off as Syl after exploding, and then Syl wasn't making any sense. Because she forgot everything that happened in the ethereal planet. Nope, you're right. 100%. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah,
I
so
have
you were at
38.
max health and then took 20 damage.
Oh.
Yeah,
Kay's gonna look at
knocks
him.
you flat on your ass as
Yeah,
you land.
Kay's gonna be like, I 100% deserve that.
Yeah, and,
I
and, like
admit.
and he like swats you and like leaps back and is just like, danger.
It's only me. Yeah, I do that. You know what? I'll be better. Kay's gonna reach into his pocket, grab out some owlbear jerky, and hand the baboon some owlbear jerky.
He like
Be
scoots
like,
up,
"Here's a
snatches
snack."
away, and like hops a couple steps back. And... It's almost as if teleporting beside like wild animals is a bad idea.
Especially ones that can hurt.
Yeah, he
But,
hits hard.
Did I just say we ate 18 pieces of owlbear jerky? That's wrong.
I mean, he probably could eat 18 pieces of owlbear jerky.
I'm not giving it all to him now.
So like, you start following, like, once you've got the owlbear jerky, like, he starts kind of like hobbling along and like eating the jerky, and leading you in a direction towards weird shaped rocks.
Yeah. It's fine. We're This is the journey we are on now because the rest of the party needs the orb, which is still in my possession, to do anything about our piece. Fine. Everything is fine forever.
And you follow him for probably another good several hours before it starts getting dark, and you're just like, and after a while, like, you start to like slow down a bit, and me tired, we sleep. And he goes and he scrambles his way up a tree, and like you see him plunk himself down on a branch.
Reasonable. Kay is going to, at the base of said tree, just roll out his sleeping equipment and be like, and a tent, set it up, go inside at the base of the tree, and go to sleep.
Okay.
No watch, no guards, fuck it.
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage. You do not get your bonus for being in the forest for this.
17.
Disadvantage.
Or 15. Sorry.
Your night goes by. You sleep for relatively soundly. You kind of like wake up briefly at one point. What was that noise? Oh, okay. And went back to sleep. You wake up in the morning, and the baboon is currently sitting down by you, like prodding you in the ribs hard to wake you
Fair
up.
enough.
It's like, time to go.
Kay's gonna get up.
You
Pack his
get up,
stuff.
kind of like pack up your stuff, and there are 4 dead elf bodies by you.
Your friend saved you.
Kay's gonna, for the record, because I know Speak with Animal doesn't last long, I'm just going to be recasting it whenever applicable.
How long does it last?
I think like 15 minutes. Pretty sure it's 15 minutes. It's not long, but it's like, its duration's 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, reasons why.
And how many spell slots do you have?
There. Oh, I have 4 each day.
In total?
So,
or
in total, I have like, I think I have 4 that I have to click off of. But I'm going to assume
you have 4 level 1s, 3 level 2s.
3 level 2s.
So you have a total of 7 casts you can use over the course of the day. Because you can cast it at a high level spell, it just doesn't do anything better.
Fair enough.
Unless Speak with Animals says...
No,
it doesn't give you any additional benefit for casting at a higher level, but you can cast it at a higher level spell slot.
Oh, neat. Well, generally speaking.
Yeah, so I imagine like, you cast it whenever you need to communicate with him, or when it looks like he's trying to communicate with you.
Yeah. Being poked by the monkey first, or the baboon first thing in the morning is going to respond with, and walking out seeing the dead bodies, being like, "Did you?"
They're making noise.
Valid. Kay quickly is going to rummage their bodies while packing up his stuff to see if they have anything of value on them.
Okay, roll me an investigation check. You don't find anything.
It's perfectly okay. I am 100% fine with this. I'm gonna pack my stuff up. And
the baboon is like already starting to move, and so you're like quick pat down in the bodies, like, I don't got time for this. Roll up your bag and just like kind of chase after the monkey.
And before this spell runs out, Kay's going to talk to the monkey and go, "So, I've been thinking, I don't want to call you Beast, so I'm thinking about calling you Dux. D-U-X. Not that he knows how to spell. Because it means guide in a language. And I think it's really cool that you're helping me make my way through the forest. And I want something to refer to you as when I'm talking to you."
Okay.
Perfect.
And you're following along for probably another 4 hours. Before you kind of come to the top of this or you start cresting a little bit of a hill, and as you get to the top of the hill and look down, you can see what could very easily be described as a strange pile of stones. You can see very much these look like these have been intentionally placed. It's not just he brought you to some weird rock shape.
Yeah.
But this is not a temple. It looks like an altar of some sort that was built out in the forest, but for what you're not entirely sure. There's a large flat slab, and then what looks like a stone archway built over top of it.
Are there any writing runes or things carved into this structure? And are they abyssal, common, elvish, infernal, sylvan, or undercommon?
You go up and take a look at it. They are sylvan.
Kay is rather excited by this premise. He is painfully aware of sylvan writing. And as he translates them to read question mark.
They don't necessarily translate out to like a sentence.
Yeah.
It's like they seem to be random words, but you've seen Sylvan cast spells before.
Yeah.
And it seems very akin to something like that. Where it's just like the various words positioned to create some sort of spell.
Yeah. Kay's gonna say the words in order out loud to see what happens. Like if it's just read and success, or if there is another component that he's missing because he doesn't know the context.
Like dance.
Roll me an Arcana check. That tracks. So you say the words and nothing seems to happen.
Cool.
Though you're like, it's like I'm missing something here. You just don't know what.
Can I investigate the altar to see if there are any signs of like anything that might have been on the altar previously?
Roll an investigation check. 12. So there's some like dried grasses and stuff like that. You're not sure where these were intentionally placed, have like blown onto it or whatnot. But it doesn't look like there was any like sacrifice or anything like that on the shrine or on the altar or anything like that. But
cool.
you can definitely make note of the location.
Yes. So Kay is definitely going to make note of this location, generally speaking, because he's like, oh, Dux, these are some very impressive rocks you found.
Weird rock, that what you're looking for, right?
Not quite. While super awesome and cool, bigger scale, like more of them, like multiple versions of this in close proximity, or close to each other.
Okay, he didn't roll a 3 that time. Yeah, when he asked last time, I was like, he rolled a 3 on, do I know what this is? So I was like, he's gonna take you to a random pile of weird rocks. And so it's like big, and like stretches out his arms.
Okay, it's gonna be, yeah, could be.
Not too far. And he'll start leading you on for another probably about 3 hours.
For this leg of the trek, though, beforehand, Kay's gonna pull out another piece of owlbear jerky and hand it to our friend, because let's be very, very clear. I'm bribing him absolutely, because he has no reason to be helping me in this scenario in the slightest. So I'm gonna keep feeding.
Yep, that's fair. And so he starts leading you on. To the rest of the party, as you gather your stuff up and start following along, it takes you another probably about 3 or so hours to reach the temple. And so it's mid-afternoon at this point. And you are standing before a temple that's in fair bit of disrepair, which was to be expected on account of it hasn't been tended to for quite some time. The temple itself is a fairly large structure, predominantly stone. The lower level seems fairly intact, though there is a dome on top that looks like it's received some hefty damage over the course of time. There's a large pair of stone doors, heavily overgrown with vines, at the front of the temple. In front of the doors, you can see what looks like maybe corpses, though they look like they've been there for quite some time. There's a bridge not too far from it that goes over what was probably once a bit larger creek, but it now is just like reduced to like a slender trickle, maybe 2 feet wide at most. And the bridge has also fallen into a fair bit of disrepair. Kneeling before the gates, there are 2 large statues. The statues themselves are probably about 8 feet tall while kneeling. Also overgrown with vines. It actually looks like there's trees that have taken root where the statues' heads probably would have been. And are now growing out through that. You can see some of the roots like intertwining with the stone as like stretching out for the ground. And in front of each of the statues, they've got their hands resting atop like a club that they're like essentially kneeling down in almost like the prayer position, but with the hands on top of the handle of the club. And on the doors themselves, aside from being overgrown with vines, you also see like runes and like engravings of stuff like that all over the doorways.
Theo would probably try and recognize what the runes are, or see if he can.
So you're approaching the temple?
Are we
At
there?
this point, you're probably about, like, you're by the bridge. Like, you can see, like, some of, like, the general carvings on it.
Gotcha. Okay. So we can't read the runes from here.
No.
Sorry, my bad. Should we wait for Kay?
I mean, kinda need the orb, don't we?
I mean,
that
is the whole point of coming here. Without the orb, it's... Can't do the ritual to purify the orb without the orb.
Do you want me to just find him? I can locate him.
Wait, you have magic to just find people?
I mean, it kind of depends on how far away they are, but yeah.
Fascinating.
I sort of thought he'd beat us here, although without a guide, I guess it kind of makes sense that he didn't. Yeah. Why don't I just try and do it?
Anna's gonna use locate creature. She's gonna roll to see if she explodes.
Just a second. With locate creature,
Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the creature's location, as long as the creature is within 1,000 feet of you. So it's possible that he's too far, but we're gonna give it a go.
Sorry, I'm just taking a look.
Yep. Good. I suppose our only other option is to wait and hope that Kay finds the temple. Or go looking for him.
Well, you could probably phone me.
Oh yeah, we have stones. I totally forgot about the stones.
The party forgets about the stones a lot.
Why weren't we those?
Kay has not once forgot about the stones. He's just
willfully chosen to not bother.
Theo would have remembered the stones.
So you cast the spell, and while you don't explode, you don't find Kay.
Alright. Kay's too far. I tried. Any other ideas?
Wait,
you have the stones. Like.
Oh yeah, stones.
Hey,
where are you?
Just talked about.
Yeah, we did.
Hey, where are you?
I'm in the woods with ducks.
I'm almost certain I don't know who that is. We're at the temple.
Okay, I think I'm on my way.
So you're safe?
Relatively.
All right.
As long as you don't run out of
Deal.
elbow jerky.
I have plenty of that. I have as my note, as my character sheet says, I have Dargan jerky on me still too. Not dragon jerky, Dargan jerky.
Old. Do you happen to be by a creek?
I'm assuming I'm gonna roll perception before I respond, but I don't think so.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
So, 16. Right.
You can hear running water, but not. It's something that you seem. It sounds like you're like gradually approaching, but not that you're like going alongside. But it seems a bit
Sounds
more
like
than a
there's
creek.
water. Yes. It sounds like I'm near big water.
Okay. Well, don't know how to guide you. I was gonna say if you find a creek, go south, but I leave it in your perfectly capable tracking hands. Call if you have any problems.
Will do.
Tell the party Kay's alive. Although I'm sure they all heard that.
Yep. And so, Kay, while you're heading along, you do eventually come across a river. And Dux kind of like gets to the edge of the river, kind of like paces back and forth. It's just like, you swim?
Better. Kay's just gonna walk on top of the water. I could do this.
And you watch as he like walks up and tries to step on the water, and his like foot splashes in. He's like,
Love it.
and like the river's probably about like 15, 20 feet across, and you're like. You watch as he like kind of like you like cross across on top of the water, and you watch as like kind of looking around, kind of like backs himself up a fair bit, and you watch him take like a full like galloping sprint towards this thing, hits the edge and leaps the distance of the river, and like lands on the other side and kind of like rolls and like stands up.
Kay's gonna have a moment of, dude, that was awesome.
And he just kind of like buffs himself and like, and yeah, it takes you a few hours to reach the temple. So it's getting to late evening as the party gradually sees this very large monkey, this very large baboon.
Question.
Like, yes.
Do I see them as soon as they see us?
Everyone roll perception checks.
Theo has a 14. 15 for Anna.
I clearly don't see you first.
Sylvania sees nothing.
Looking at her shoes.
What's Sylvania doing
Sylvania's
right
just
now?
like sitting in Dog's mouth, just like reorganizing the bag of holding. It's like when you got crushed, everything ended up in weird spots. That's supposed to be over here. That's supposed to be over there.
Everything's just very confused because he sees like the ass end of Sylvania sticking out of this bag or out of Dog's mouth, and like he's looking at Dog from the side because he's seen Sylvania. It's like, and like it's Dog's head, and then it goes into like the thinner neck. It's like they shouldn't be able to fit.
Physics don't apply, my
What?
dude.
But yeah, Theo and Anna both see Kay before you see them.
Okay, well, as long as they see me, because they're gonna see ducks. I know
they see
that.
ducks first.
Well.
As you see, like this large baboon that is significantly larger than Anna, like moving along towards the temple and moving along towards you, And then you see it like stop, reach out and grab something, and then yank it into a bush. Okay, Duck randomly reaches out, grabs you, and basically throws you into a bush. More people. Danger.
One sec. Okay. Or like Kay's gonna just hear monkey groaning, because obviously it's been a hot minute.
Yep.
Kay's gonna pull out his rock and be like, "Hey guys, you there?"
Theo will get on the stone and be like, "Yes, Kay, we saw the monkey, and then we saw you, and then the monkey pulled you into the bush. Are you okay?"
All right, cool. Just checking. Kay's gonna cast speak with animals. Be like, they're my friends. We're okay.
You sure?
Offers Albert. Yes.
Takes
offers
the Albert
Albert.
Okay. And so you approaching the group?
Yes. With ducks.
Okay.
This monkey has eaten like a week's rations in 2 days.
Uh-huh. Big monkey. So you watch Kay
also saved my life. Murdered a bunch of elves.
That it did.
Very valuable friend. Anyways, as we approach, Kay is going to start to do mini introductions before his spell wears out.
Okay.
So Kay is gonna shout to everyone once in shouting distance. Hi! This is Dux. He's nice baboon. Don't attack him. Kay's gonna be like, that's what my people call you.
They call me Beast.
My people don't call you Beast. Other people call you Beast. Don't worry about it. It's not important. Kay's gonna be like, the long one with silver hair. That's Theo. He's a little cranky, but nice. The other elf
Urethane
is the other one. It's Urethane.
I don't know what's going on.
All you hear like Kay be like, "Whoa."
And Kay's gonna be like, he's okay. He's not super great, but like, you know, he died recently. It's been very traumatic for him. And then Kay's going to point to Annah and be like, this is Annah. We like her. She's really cool. And then we're going to point over to the amalgam that is Sylvania and the robotic creature of Dog. And I'm going to be like, that's Dog. He's a robot. Robots are...
As you start saying that, like, because you said like these people are friends.
Yeah.
And as you point over towards Dog, who currently has half of Sylvania coming out of Dog's mouth, you're gonna watch his eyes go wide because he's seen things get eaten by like cat-like animals,
yes.
And he's going to leap for it. And he's going to grab Sylvania by the back leg or by their legs, and just yank you out of Dog's mouth abruptly. So you're abruptly yanked from Dog's mouth and are being held by a giant baboon.
Ducks. There's magic involved.
Friend,
it's fine. Kay's gonna be like, Dog, magic, not eaten.
And sorry, Sylvania, what were you saying?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Casey's
talking to the thing holding me. Like, can I be put down now?
Kay's gonna ask Ducks to put down Syl.
And like Dux is holding Sylvania up by the feet. It's like clunk, and just drops Sylvania.
Ow.
I mean, they do that to their kids too. They will hold them up
100%. So yeah, this big guy is Dux. He's my friend. He killed some elves that tried to kill me in my sleep.
Wait, he what? You what?
I was
What?
asleep in the forest, the same as you guys. And I'm assuming because I was alone, some elves tried to kill me.
We just started a gang war, family war, I don't know, an elf war.
Yeah.
Though Kate is also going to comment, though there was a settlement of some kind, had a bunch of skulls on pikes. It was very questionable. I
Cannibal
didn't go near
war.
them. Also, Theo, you're gonna be you might be interested in this. I don't know. There was like a Sylvan altar with like, Kay will literally just spout the words again because it's safe. Like in order, it's like it said this. It was it was like an altar. It was really kind of cool. I don't know what it did though. Looked kind of magical. Might be worth checking out later though.
Still perks up magical?
Yeah,
One
like
thing at a time. We can go look at your rocks for sure, but we're here at the temple now.
True. Do we want to deal with this in the morning? Do you guys know what we need to do? Did you guys do the research
time
to
of
find out
day
what the
is it?
specific spell was? Like the
It's early evening. So you've probably got another like 2 hours of sunlight.
Well, I think we could poke in. It's like worst case scenario, we decide to come back out, take a nap before we finish, but we should be able to poke in. We have a couple hours before it gets dark.
Yeah, that makes sense. Should we leave someone at the mouth of the ruins? Or no, sorry, we have to cross the bridge first. Keep thinking we're there. Yeah, let's walk to it.
And Dux is just like, I bring you to rocks.
Yes. Thank you. One last piece of owlbear meat. I appreciate you greatly. Stay safe, my friend.
He takes the owlbear jerky. You too. And he pats you once on the shoulder. Make me a strength saving throw.
It could have been worse.
13. Not too bad. He hits you, you kind of like...
I get
it doesn't do any
minorly
damage,
winded
but
from
you
it.
get a little bit winded from the abrupt boom. And you watch as Dux like sticks the owlbear jerky in his mouth, and then turns and just takes off and like leaps up, grabs onto a branch, and just vaults himself into the trees. And so as the party just kind of like sees Dux take off, you're turning and heading towards the temple.
Yep.
Yeah, may as well.
Alrighty. So as also Kay, you probably would have over the course of the day probably had to burn probably 5 spell slots.
Okay.
For various times you had to stop and communicate with him.
Yes. For sake of argument, Kay will have 1 spell slot in each first and second left.
Okay. And as you approach the temple, and as you near the there's passing between these 2 statues, you hear the sound of stone grinding on stone as these 2 statues start to move, and you watch as they grab their clubs and stand and swing down. I'd like everyone to roll me initiative.
No. So Theo's has got a 3.
Did you guys see mine?
Yes,
I
you're
have an
16.
error message in Roll20. Okay, cool.
Yeah, if you got an error message in, just give it a refresh. Oh,
Oh,
suddenly
sorry.
Mel rolled thrice.
Well, I rolled 2 times extra. The 3 is Theo's, because
Oh, yeah.
I rolled for Theo. It did double rolls, though, so
Okay.
my initiative's 13.
And who has higher dex? You or Sylvania? Sylvania does.
I have higher dex than someone?
According to that, it says you have 2.
Okay. Yeah, I do have +2. I just didn't realize anyone had lower.
Yeah, Melanie has +1.
Correct.
And what is there? Oops. Alrighty. So as they swing down, actually, that's where we're gonna take a quick break.
Oh, no.
Rather than taking a break partway into a combat. So we'll be back in like 10-ish minutes. And we will see how this beatdown plays out. Ooh, alrighty, we are back. So as the we should be on that screen now. Oh, I need to zoom
Battle
this
map?
thing out. Yeah.
Battle map, battle map.
Oh, I can't pull it any further over that way. Okay. So yeah, we've got battle map as the 2 golems are have risen up one on each side and are taking a swing down. So that puts us top of the order. Where is it? Kay, you technically get to act first as you hear them starting to move.
Oh. Okay. Is going to be like, no, and run this way. And if I can for this turn, I don't know if I can. I want my action to be to grab Urethane and drag him along with me.
You would, from the time you grab him, you'd be reduced to half speed.
Fair enough. So I'd be
So
like,
it'd
what,
be-
there?
So you get 15 feet, and then you'd get, probably to there, and Urethane would be right behind you.
That's fine.
Yeah, you
I
grab
don't
him
want
and start
him
dragging him back with you.
Yeah, 100% my action, because I don't want him to die again.
That's
As
fair.
he's okay. If I can talk as my bonus action, I'm gonna do like run and hide.
Okay. And that's you have to roll his initiative too. Yeah, that fits. Okay.
He has died. Nope, he's too precious. Until such time as this orb is cleansed, in which case, and we get fate, and then I don't care.
Alrighty. Anything else? Okay. It's the golem's turn. The one on the first one, which is this one, is going to make 2 club attacks, one at Sylvania and one at Annah.
Cool.
Sylvania, I don't suppose a 16 hits you.
No.
No. Okay. So it takes its swing down trying to hit you, and you manage to get dog like hop to the side a little bit, just narrowly avoiding the club itself. And like the club hits the ground, and then it brings it up in like a backhand towards Anna. That is a 24 to hit. See, if only those had been reversed, it would have hit both of you.
No, it would have still missed me.
Yeah, you'd have cast shield.
Actually, I would have let it hit me. My plan was, since it attacked me first, was to launch it back 15 feet in response to hopefully make it so Anna didn't have to take a hit.
Aw.
Fair.
Oh well.
So that is... Oh, I need these days. 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
As
I feel like there's an and coming.
Pardon?
I feel like it sounded like there was an and coming.
Nope. 14 points of bludgeoning damage as you get hit with this club on its backswing. The one to the south is going to take a swing at Theo.
Who else?
What is Theo's AC?
That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
So that first swing is 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Now here's the question: did Theo ever get enough of a night's sleep to ever be full HP?
No.
Okay, so they're 29. Sorry, they took 11 damage.
Yeah, right now Theo is at...
Sitting at 18 health?
No, they're sitting at 29 health at the moment.
29, okay.
Prior to taking 11 damage.
Yeah, no, they're 29 health, and now they took 11.
Yeah.
What's 29 minus 8?
Oh, yeah, that is 18. Sorry, my mind was thinking like pre-damage. What was their health? Okay, yeah.
All right.
And seeing as Sylvania had not gotten hit yet, is going to take a swing at them as well.
Do they have reach? Those bastards. I
Uh,
guess they're giant.
does a 21 hit you?
Do I let it hit me? I'm going to let it hit me.
Okay. Oh, that was awful damage. That is only 12 points of, that's 10 points of bludgeoning damage. As it swings down and hits you.
And instead, I use my reaction for my shield to push him 15 feet away. So that Theo can hopefully get out of there without attacks of opportunity.
So your shield just kicks it back? It doesn't provoke a like strength saving throw or anything like that?
Nope. Just if it hit me with an attack, I can use a reaction and immediately send it back 15 feet.
Which shield is that?
That is the one created by my thing. It is... Where's my infusions? Repulsion shield. It gets +1 to its armor class while wielding this shield. While holding it, the wielder can use a reaction immediately after being hit by a melee attack to expend one of the shield's charges and push the attacker up to 15 feet away.
Okay. So that push is... 5, 10, 15 feet back. Alrighty. That puts us to Sylvania's turn.
Alrighty. So that one's pushed back. So I'm going to hop off dog. Boom. And going to use my bonus action to cast Branding Smite, activating my weapon. I'll roll for explosions.
Okay.
That did not
Did
explode.
not explode.
And I will take a swing at this scary thing.
Okay.
I assume a 13 doesn't hit.
13 does not hit.
But I have a second attack. That's a nat 20!
That hits. Okay. So roll me the damage. So that is 12, 15 points of piercing damage. And this is your weapon is which weapon right now?
Morningstar.
And that's the one that you created with your infusions, or
Yes.
is that just a regular Morningstar?
It's a +1 Morningstar.
Okay. So that was 13 plus
And then
14 damage from the
radiant damage.
Oh, okay. And then plus the 14 points of radiant damage. Oh, okay. Alrighty.
Well, that was a nice attack.
That was a very nice
just
attack.
did 29 damage. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Anything else in your turn?
Nope, that's all my actions. Dog will proceed to use the dodge action because I didn't tell him to do anything else.
Sounds good. Anna.
It's gonna turn into a bear because she can't take a hit from an attack of opportunity and move back. So.
Okay, let me grab Berna.
Yay.
Where's my... There we go. Anna forms. It's the Anna bear.
Anna bear. Perfect.
Where... Come on, Anna bear. Where the fuck are you? Show up on my map.
Oh, yeah, I'm 2 bears. Take that, statues.
Okay, so it's... Okay, I'm going to refresh because it's showing up for you, but it's not showing me that I've placed them on my map.
Okay.
Just a second. It's
see my
Hatching Dragons.
Huh.
Reading core rule
Yeah.
books. And okay, now I see the bears, and you are Black Bear. Sorry, just checking one thing quickly. And bears are large creatures.
Yay.
And there we go. Save settings and.
Oh, that's a very large bear.
Yeah, stop moving around for a second. Tell me, you shunt yourself into that spot.
Okay.
Lest you squish Theo.
Theo can dodge. Unfortunately, it's an action to cast Wild Shape, so I will just try and roar menacingly at the statue and take its focus.
Okay, you roar at statue. That puts us to Irithane, who... Oh yeah, he had seen you transform into a bear during the shark fight as well. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He is doing as Kay suggested and running the fuck away. That is his turn. And more or less takes him out of combat. Theo.
Oh, Theo's going to... Yeah, that's me. Theo, it's going to cast Bane on the 2 creatures.
Okay.
Wait, are they creatures?
They are considered creatures, yes.
Okay. So Bane is a 3rd level spell. We'll roll the,
Roll me an
Surge.
explosion check. Do not explode.
Theo aces it. And then they have to make, I think it's a wisdom... Sorry, they must make a charisma saving throw. DC 13.
Bane, yeah. Charisma saving throw. How charismatic do you think these things are?
I'm hoping not very. Maybe
Okay.
they got chiseled winning smile.
And what's the DC on it?
13.
Okay. Our first one here fails. So he is baned. And the second one would have succeeded if not for a -4 charisma.
That's awesome.
So both of them are baned.
Okay. And Theo will get the hell out of there.
Okay.
Because Theo not doing so good.
Yeah, Theo got walloped.
And Theo wasn't doing good before that.
Yeah.
And their bonus actions. Yeah, no, that's what we got so far. Done.
Alrighty. That puts us back to top of the order. Okay. There's now a giant bear butt in your face.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm
It really is an
Not that
unbearable
one.
situation.
The bear isn't the problem. All right. So, hold on. This is. Where do I put this to make this convenient? God, it's a 20-foot radius.
What are you trying to...
All right. I'm going to put down spike growth. I'm just trying to figure out where. You know what? I think if I center it around this point.
Into 20-foot radius?
That's what it says. On the ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range, twists and sprouts. When a creature moves into it or within it, they take 2d4 damage for every 5 feet they move. So really, I want... Yeah, exactly that, yeah.
Okay. So, big ol' land and nope.
Generally speaking, yes. I
And
know
they
this might
have,
be inconvenient.
Is it considered difficult terrain?
It doesn't state that it's difficult terrain.
Okay, so it's not difficult terrain, it just does damage every 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. And roll me an explosion check for your spike growth. Does not explode. Good to know.
Generally speaking, I'm happy where I'm at outside of that for now.
Okay, sounds good. And that... Is there anything else for your turn?
Nope. That'll be it.
Oh, yeah, also I forgot to hit...
Battle music.
I forgot to hit that at the start of the fight. Alrighty. So that puts us to the golem's turn. Having just been hit by Sylvania, Golem 1 is going to take a swing at you.
Hello.
Does a dirty 20 hit you?
Nope.
Okay, so it swings its first swing down, does not hit. It's going to take its second swing at dog.
Disadvantage.
Why does it have disadvantage to attack dog?
Because dog dodges.
Ah, yes,
Dodge
that's right.
action.
Does a 14 hit dog?
Nope.
Okay, swing and a miss, swing and a miss.
Dog has better AC than me.
And it is also, like, it takes its 2 swings and misses, and then you watch it take its free hand and just slam it down into the dirt, and you watch as dirt starts to, like, basically get pulled up its body and across its chest and you see, like, this, like, dirt just, like coalesce and then kind of, like, harden on top of its body.
Huh.
Alrighty, and then the second one...
Anna, is that thing healing? Or is
going
it
to
like
do the same
temporary
thing
hit
at the
points?
start.
I think it's temp hit points.
And then the one of the cells, after having, like, the second one of the cells, like, slams down and, like, does the same thing. You watch like the spike growth roots, or like spike growth is kind of like pulling itself up onto its body, and then like kind of like pulls and like snaps these strands, and it starts walking forward. Roll me the spike growth damage per square. Seven
Nice.
damage per square. Okay.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Or actually, no, it has moved 15. So that's 21 points of damage. Okay. It reaches here, and it's going to take a swing down at Dog.
Disadvantage.
Yep. That is double 14s on the dice, so does a dirty 20 hit?
Yeah, that hits Dog.
Oh wait, no. Dirty 21. And so it takes that first swing and hits Dog. That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Gross.
And then it's going to take its second swing at the giant bear.
Gonna hit me.
That's a nat 20.
Didn't have to hit me that hard. Alright.
I've got more dice.
Oh, good.
Well, because I crit. I only had 2d6 in my bin. That's actually honestly not that bad. That's 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
Rolled 3 2s on the dice. And so it gets that swing in and hits you. That puts us into Sylvania.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action cast Sanctuary on Dog.
Okay. Roll me an explosion check.
Here comes the explosion check. Doesn't explode.
Okay, you do not blow up Dog.
Yeah. I just need them to stop murdering my pupper. These things are not animals, so they don't look at the robot and go, "That's not food." It's just, that is another intruder.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to take a couple swings at this guy.
Yeah, their calculation of target is very much binary. Is intruder? Yes. Swing. So that is a 27 and
27
16.
and 16.
The first one will hit, the second one will not.
So that's another 9 piercing damage.
Alrighty.
I didn't tell Dog to do anything, so he will proceed to take the dodge action.
Alrighty. Annah.
The bear's next. Alright, so bear gonna swing at that one.
Okay.
So that's 23 to hit the bear.
23 definitely hits the bear.
Hooray!
I'm assuming you mean hits with the bear, not hits the bear.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I. That's
Does
exactly
23
what
hit
I
the bear?
meant.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 23 hits the bear.
Please don't hit the bear. So the damage. 12 damage for the bite attack.
Yeah, you bite into it and get a good chunk out of that, and that's well. Okay, and next attack.
Claws for 13 damage.
You have to roll separate attack for it. It's
Oh shit, that's right. You're totally right. I do that all the time. Nope, 9 to hit.
9 does not hit. You try and get
That's-
your claws and just can't get any purchase on this, like the stone of this statue, its body.
Oh, I
Is that
bet you
everything for your
that
turn?
stone skin.
Yeah, bear
This
does not
is-
have a lot going for it.
Alrighty. That puts us to Theo.
Theo's gonna cast Eldritch Blast. Does it have to be 2 separate targets?
You can choose 2 separate targets, or you can hit the same target twice.
Let's hit
Yeah,
this
so
target
it's still
twice.
2 rolls, but you can
Yeah.
target the same thing.
Yeah.
We can focus
Okay.
one now.
So 1 Eldritch Blast
Does not
and a
hit.
second Eldritch Blast.
Both of them miss.
Okay.
They
Theo
crash against the stone of the body, but they don't seem to actually deal any notable damage to it, as it just kind of like he gets hit and just like keeps carrying on.
All right,
Okay.
Theo curse Sylvan.
Does Theo know Sylvan?
I thought Theo. That's why Kay wanted Theo to go see the runes, right?
No.
Oh,
it's because Theo knows magic.
Gotcha. Never mind.
Sylvania knows Sylvan.
Yes, Theo does know Sylvan.
Okay.
I just looked on it.
Oh yeah, because Theo got a thing that gave them additional language since they chose Sylvan as one of them. Probably mostly so that Kay can't talk behind Theo's back in Sylvan.
Probably it.
That would be a horrible language to use, though, because Sylvania knows it.
That's true.
Alright, that puts us to Kay.
Alright, so Kay's gonna move a little bit. Just so you know, maintain some distance between him and the big boy. Actually, we're gonna move one more so they can. And then Kay is going to take out his longbow.
Yeah, so you just bring out your hand and suddenly the bow coalesces into an existence.
Yup. It's just a regular longbow, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, later on you can get upgrades to improve that bow, but at the
it's
moment
just-
it just functions like a regular longbow.
But it doesn't shrink.
It doesn't shrink and it doesn't consume ammo. Well, it doesn't. It creates its own ammo. If you use a special arrow, it will consume.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to attack it twice with arrows.
Which one? Top one or bottom?
This one. I want the one in my bunch of thorns to pay attention to me, so it can walk through the thorns some more.
Alrighty.
That's Kay's plan, anyways.
Okay. You fire two arrows that just kind of clink off of its stone body, but don't get any solid purchase.
Cool. I guess that was my turn.
Alrighty, time to see if they get fun things back. Nope. Alrighty. So the one up top here is going to take its first swing at Sylvania.
Minus the D4.
Yep, minus the D4. That is 4. Does a 22 hit you?
Make me use... Okay, I'll roll for explosions. My shield expands as I block the attack.
Okay.
And I do not
You do
explode.
not explode. Alright, so you shield... You see the club coming right down, you're like, I don't have time to move out of the way of this, and you shield expands, just kind of like, the bottom of your shield like hits the ground, it just acts as that like bracing point as you take the blow, but don't actually take any damage. Its second swing... is Annah.
Dog will impose disadvantage on this attack.
Does it also take a minus D4?
It also takes it takes the minus D4 on every single one of its attacks.
Yeah.
Well, the first roll of the dice was a 5 minus 4, so it's a dirty 1. So it misses. It might get in that one, and the other one. No, the other was a 19 to hit, or 19 on the dice. So you do not. It swings, and dog manages to interfere with its attack. Just kind of like grabbing at the arm. It says like goes to swing. It like, doesn't get that pull forwards as intending. The second one is going to 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh shit.
So okay, roll me roll me damage for your thorns again. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, my audio cut out.
Roll me the thorns damage.
Thorns damage. Yes, I can do that.
hit. So it strolls through the thorns. Like they seem to be like ripping off bits of stone. It doesn't seem to care, but it is doing damage. And it gets within range of Theo, and is going to take a swing.
Ah, shit.
That's a natural 1.
Yay!
Roll for severity.
Yeah, where's my D100? I want to get an actual D100.
Isn't that like a ball?
It's essentially a golf ball, yes.
I have taken note. DM, when is your birthday?
Eventually.
Eventually.
No, please tell me so I know.
It just misses. It got a 46 on its severity, so hit the halfway point. So it just misses on that one, unfortunately. But then it's going to take its second swing. That is a 19 to hit, Theo.
Yeah, that's gonna hit Theo.
I think that hits everyone except me.
Alrighty. That is 13 points of bludgeoning damage to Theo.
Cool.
As just it like skips its club across the ground on the first swing, comes back and manages to clip Theo on the second one. That puts us to Sylvania.
Sylvania thinks for a moment and goes, I think I read about this in a book, and she's just going to yell friend at them in Sylvan.
As a free action, you yell friend at them in Sylvan. They don't appear to care.
Ah.
Too bad. Well, that means I smack 'em more. You see as my flail starts to glow again, or Morningstar. That does not explode. And let's take a couple swings. 10 does not hit.
10 does not hit. At least you didn't get the nat 1 on the other side.
Exactly.
Does a 25 hit?
Yes, 25 hits.
So it's 10 piercing. And 10 radiant.
Alrighty, so another 20 damage to it there.
And Dog, continuing to not be told to do anything, will just be like, yeah, I'm gonna live. Dodge.
Ninja mode.
To live.
Alrighty, Anna.
Keep trying to lay in on the first one there.
Alrighty.
So enter, please. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
And scroll up to my damage. Alright, so 11 points of damage on his face with the bite. And then an 18 to hit with the claws.
18 also hits.
Yeah! For 9 damage.
Alrighty.
As I'm hacking, do I appear to be like clawing away any of what I assume is its sort of like natural armor that it's buffed itself with, or is it still pretty steady?
By this point, you guys, between you and Sylvania wailing on it, like the dirt that it like pulled up and like hardened on itself has been like broken away.
Temporary HP.
And the one thing that you are noticing, actually, roll me a intelligence check.
It's the bear. Just kidding, not as the bear.
No, it's yours because you get to because you're wild shape and not polymorph. You got a nat 20.
Big brain moment for a
Big brain
22.
moment. Okay. You are noticing that your bites and claws, because they're not magical, aren't actually getting as much damage and purchase as you think they would normally on a more fleshy creature. So you do get the feeling that these things are resistant to like basic non-magical damage. So you're bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing, and all that kind of stuff.
Snap.
You also get the feeling that these things are basically, because you got the nat 20, these things are set to guard the temple.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that
And
instantly.
So
Once it
you
woke up.
get the feeling like right now, like if the entire party were to leave, they'd probably return to dormant state, and you could search for another way in, or you could deal with them as they are, which would let you in the front door of the temple. Though you're not sure, one, if there's another actual way in, and two, if there is there anything that you would not be able to access in the temple that you'd have to like trying to backtrack to those areas. Because you don't.
We
know
also
how the temple
don't know
inside is
if
like
these things just know when we enter. We could go through a different door and just have them like flank us.
Yeah, when you had mentioned that there was old corpses in front of the temple, I was like, man, that's probably a booby trap, and then completely disregarded it.
I mean, it's not the first time the party has done that either.
No, and I wrote traps, but was like, yeah, whatever, fine.
Okay, looking there.
Okay, so these statues are looking pretty sweet though. Like they're not.
The one that
Like-
you've been wailing on is looking like somewhat rough.
Okay.
But the other one has taken damage from strolling through the traps, through the spike growth, but it's still in pretty good condition.
All right, cool. We'll continue on my turn to wail on this one. Also gonna just telepathically tell Syl, like, you know, we could run from this fight, and they would just go back to guarding. And let Syl do what she will with that knowledge.
But we need in! Wail, wail, wail.
All right. Turn.
Alrighty. That puts us to Theo.
So is Theo gonna evoke attack of opportunity if he runs back?
Yes, because they are within
He
melee
has
range.
reached the nest.
Fuck.
That being said, Theo does have things that may let them move without.
I don't know. Vivify, counterspell. Oh, Misty Step.
Is Misty Step
Sweet!
a bonus action?
Misty Step is a bonus action.
Is it really?
Alright,
Yes.
so
Bonus
could
action,
do
teleport
that
yourself
and
up
then
30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Cool.
So Theo can.
You could
use
actually
that.
teleport yourself across the river, or the stream, the thingy.
Or yeah, I guess across the stream. So it'd be like there. I'll surge, or hopefully
Yep,
not
roll me a
surge.
check. Did not explode. So
Alright,
Theo, after having the wall a couple times, like, nope, looks back and
Yeah. Combats are always better with the player. They know their dudes inside and out. That was a second level spell slot. And then Theo will continue to Eldritch Blast. Focusing on this,
the one that
Big
you
boy.
guys have been wailing on. Okay.
Alright.
Theo pops back and like arrives at the new destination, goes and fires 2 shots, but wasn't like it was like trying to get them off really quickly, but not quite getting those to land. They go off and like hit like the wall of the building and just like that swings us up to K.
Casually moving over to dude, bro, being like,
Right now he's essentially hiding underneath the bridge.
perfect. That's good. In that case, I'm slowly making my way to the bridge and taking shots at this because I don't want him to pay attention to Anna because flanking.
Fair.
There's no point.
Yeah, we haven't been using flanking rules, so.
Yeah. There's no
It's
point.
fine. Strategically speaking,
Oh, for sure.
yes.
So
the first one doesn't hit, the second
Yeah,
one
first
I
one
assumed does.
kind of bounces off. The second one definitely gets purchase
8.
for 8 piercing damage. Alrighty. That puts us to the golem's turn. Do they get their shit back? This one does. This one that you've been wailing on, you watch as it starts and it slams its fingers into the ground. You watch more of that dirt kind of like be pulled up and coalesce across its body. And then once it does that, it goes and it takes one swing at Sylvania. Because you keep hitting it.
Aha!
Does a 24 hit you?
I will roll to see if my shield explodes, but no. It does not
Shield does
explode.
not explode, so that one doesn't get any purchase on you. So it swings its first hit, kind of bounces off the shield, and then brings its second swing down at Dog. And
Oh, it needs a wisdom save.
A wisdom saving throw? And then
Yes.
if it fails, it has to pick a new target.
Correct.
Okay. Well, it failed,
Yay.
so its swing is then going to... technically back to Sylvania then.
Back to me is fine. If it was going... Actually, Dog will impose disadvantage if it's going back to me.
Okay.
Because, you know, it can't use the reaction for the other one, so might as well use it for this one.
Okay. And it will... That is... wait, second roll... Okay, second roll is actually not bad either.
Minus D4s?
Yeah, it is -2 from the D4. 18... does a 23 hit you? No, because shield lasts till
Nope.
your next... It
Yeah,
lasts
till my
till the
next
rest
turn.
of your turn, correct? Or until the
Yeah,
start
it
of your
lasts
turn?
until my next turn.
Okay, so the second swing does not hit either. So it swings, hits down, it's gonna go swing for Dog, decides against it, takes another swing down, and just crashing against your shield. That puts us to the other golem, who is going to take one more step. So, Kay, roll me another thorns damage. For its last set of damage in here.
4.
Okay. As it steps towards you, and it's going to take its swing at you. Oh, actually, it stepped out of Mel's attack range. Mel, you get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Hell no.
You look back, see, you try and, like, kick it with your one leg, but don't quite hit anything with it.
Donkey kick bear.
Yep. So its first attack on K is a 7 plus 5 is 12. Does 12 hit you, K?
No.
No. Okay. Second attack against you does a 22 hit you.
Unfortunately.
Okay. That is 14 points of bludgeoning damage as it wallops you with its club.
14 damage, you say?
Yeah.
Lovely.
And that is Sylvania's turn.
Alrighty, running low on spell slots, so not going to cast a spell this go around. Let's wail on this thing some more.
Does not hit.
11 does not hit. 19 hit.
19 hits.
That will be 6 piercing damage.
Alrighty.
What other bonus action things do I have? I don't want to tell Dog to attack because then Sanctuary will disappear. But yeah, don't have anything else. So that will be the turn, and Dog will dodge.
Okay. Annah.
So we're gonna try and bite. Didn't go so well. Gonna try and scratch. Went even worse.
Damn. That puts us to Theo.
2 Eldritch Blast, 17 and a 23.
Both of those will hit. Roll me the 2 damage points.
Just click on that, right? So 10 and 5.
Additional 15 points of
Sweet ass magic damage.
yes, force damage.
Oh, force, not magic. Yeah,
Well, force is magic, but yeah.
good. Sounds like physical, but.
Alrighty. So two solid hits in the side of it, and just kind of like.
Like, does Theo have healing light? Still,
Yes.
you're hurt, right?
Oh, I'm barely hurt. I only got hit that first time when I let it hit me because I wanted to send it flying.
Theo is hurt though.
Yeah. So
I'm also hurt.
let's heal Kay. You can heal one creature you can see within 60 feet. So I guess
you can use 2d6 at the moment.
Okay, so 2d6 of health to Kay. You heal 5 damage. Is healing light a cantrip?
No, it's not a spell. It's one of her features.
Sweet. Okay.
Okay, so you give Kay some much needed healing. That puts us to Kay. You feel a little bit of warm fuzzies inside as Theo heals you a little bit.
Cool. Kay's going to continue back across the bridge.
Okay, go and get some attack opportunity on you as you take a step back. That is a nat 1.
Yay.
Roll that severity to see what you get. Kay, roll me a dex saving throw.
Oh, I hope it doesn't bridge.
20. As the golem goes and tries this backhand swing at you, you duck down and manage to just quickly fire off an arrow at the base of its hand, and it dislodges the club, and the club just goes soaring past, and you don't get hit by the club, thankfully. But this golem is now without its club. So
it's been disarmed.
it has been disarmed.
Cool. And then once I'm back here, I'm going to take 2 more shots at it.
Alrighty.
Do
Both those
25
will
and
hit.
19 hit. Perfect. That one and that one. So a total of 14 damage.
Yep. And sorry, I just need to check my notes when it came to your bow. Because I'm trying to remember, had we stated that your bow was fired, or the arrows fired from your bow would have counted as magical weapons or not?
I don't know if we mentioned that the upgrade for my bow. Or rather, for my new bow. Yeah,
Yeah, I
item in
think
my
they
inventory
count
still
as
uses
magical for the purpose of bypassing damage.
unless I'm actually using a bolt, which I'm not.
Yeah, if you put on a silver, or if you put on a different type of arrow, then it wouldn't. But the arrows that it conjures count as magical weaponry for the bypassing resistance. That's 14 damage. Alrighty, that one's also looking fairly rough. So that is onto their turn. Okay, this one up here goes once again. It gets its thing back, it digs its hand into the ground. You watch more dirt kind of coalesce up onto its body. Okay, it gets that, and then it is going to take its first swing at Sylvania, because Sylvania is by far dealing the most damage to it.
Dog will impose disadvantage. I'm running low on spell slots, so he's going to start
Okay.
helping me.
Well, it saves you from a nat 20.
-4.
But that is a 26 to hit you. I rolled a 19 and a 20. Wait, I need to reduce the
-4.
Oh,
so the
there
nat
we go.
couldn't be 20.
22 to hit you.
The shield expands once again, not quite exploding.
Not quite exploding. Alrighty. Swings down, like, once again, your shield pops up. And, like, ricochets off that. It is going to take a swing at Dog, because Dog is interfering with it.
Will save.
It rolled a 5 on that, so it fails. So it's between two choices. It swings it, and I don't suppose an 11 hits you.
That's minus the D4.
No, that's before the D4.
It does hit.
Well, then it doesn't hit because
Yeah.
I'm assuming the AC is 11.
Bears have terrible AC. It's 11.
Okay, yeah, that was before the
Well,
-4. So
it's
it's like, does the 11 hit? Because if no, then it's like no point in rolling the D4. But if it does, then it's like okay, then we've got a -4 on, so it misses on that.
I just didn't know if you counted.
Just grazes along your back. The second golem. Oh no.
What, does it suddenly have a breath attack that we don't know about?
No, actually, no, wait, that's right, he doesn't deal with that. So this one is actually going to turn around and walk back to there, and is going to take a swing at Annah. That's a nat 1. This one's not having a good day.
Got no club to lose.
Mel, roll me damage for your, claws.
Which is that one. 11.
So this no longer having a club, it comes and it swings its arm down and misses, and like you see it kind of, like, you kind of look back as you heard it coming towards you. You see it swing down, you kind of step to the side, and then you just donkey kick it right in the elbow, and you just and get that additional damage in on it. So that is that, and then it's going to kind of bring back up and try and take another swing at you with its arm. And with the actually with Bane, do they get additional saving throws on that? Where is
That's
Bane?
a great question. Great question.
No, they don't.
That doesn't seem to be. Just
Yeah,
until the
they
spell
don't
ends.
get to. It's until the spell ends. They do not get to remake their saving throws. So yeah, it misses. It got another 11 and then a -3 on it. So it's like, oh, that's not gonna hit.
I'm okay with that.
That puts fuck Bane. Bane is the bane of DMs trying to hit players.
Good choice, Theo.
Yup. That puts us to Sylvania.
Swing, swing. That doesn't
That
hit.
doesn't hit.
That does.
That sure as hell does. Roll with advantage.
20
Damn.
piercing damage.
I have to do that one first. Alrighty, so you get a solid crack in on it, and you watch like its leg kind of buckle a bit as it like kind of starts rearing back up. Annah.
Dog does dodge,
Yeah.
by the way.
Fight the bear. Shit. Okay. So I'm not gonna hit it with my mouth. Oh wait, why am I fighting the bear? I am the bear.
You are the bear.
Cracks why that missed, and then try and claw this guy.
17 hits. Just.
It's a little better. So we're gonna claw damage. Ooh, 8 damage.
Alrighty. So you're tearing in a little bit more, getting a few more chunks of stone off of them. Theo.
We're gonna divide up the Eldritch Blasts, one at each of them.
Okay. First one goes
So
to
the
this
first
guy
one.
at top. That's a nat 1.
Okay.
Roll me a spirit. Okay. Roll the other. Actually, roll me a surge.
Oh, fuck me.
'Cause
Okay.
You got minimum possible, or like, essentially the worst severity on there. So let's give it a surge.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Not surge. Did not surge.
No, like the actual like
Roll
surge.
a surge.
Like a 4.
Oh,
roll
shit.
D4 and D100.
I see what you're saying. That sucks. Alright. D4. So 3. Hopefully it's something real cool. 97.
See, that may turn this horrible thing into something very good. So this is 31, 60, 3, 97. Where's my search table?
Sure hope it's the thing you're fighting ceases to exist.
So that's 3 and 97. Okay. So, at this very moment, all of Theo's scores are 15.
Pretty sweet.
So strength,
Plus
dex, con, int, wisdom, and charisma are all currently stat at 15.
So, what's
So
his
plus
spell?
3 to all. Or plus 2 to all of them, currently.
Okay. Are clerics, what are their spell modifier?
He's
Warlock, you mean?
a warlock.
Sorry,
yeah,
he's...
charisma.
Oh, I don't know why I thought Theo was a cleric. My bad. That's my bad. Okay. Doesn't matter. That's already what Theo's charisma is at. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so it's not going to change anything much for Theo at this very second. But
Still neat.
Theo's forced to make a dex save or something. It might help.
yeah.
Got the club.
So, sorry, I just gotta put the... Alrighty. So that first Eldritch Blast, it goes wildly. It doesn't even fire off. And while it doesn't fire off, it also ends up just like feels like slightly healthier, like slightly more resilient. It's like I feel good.
No.
Actually.
I feel good. Na. Okay. And second roll for Eldritch Blast is a 12, which does not hit.
Yeah. Alas. We'll heal, use another healing light.
Yep.
On K, because, you know, why the hell not?
Okay. So roll 2d6.
5. Jeez.
Okay, another 5 health. Okay.
Theo's turn.
Alrighty. Although at this point, Kay's almost back to full health, so. You're like
I
2
wouldn't
points
say
off.
back. No. I got 20. Wait, hold on.
You had
Nope,
a long rest
you're
since
right.
you got slapped, since you got like backhanded
Yep.
by the monkey.
Yep, never mind. Yeah, I'm close to full health. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you took
Yeah.
a hit for 12,
Me-
and then you've been healed
Yeah.
10.
Absolutely friendly reminder that Kay's player forgets to rest all of the time.
It's why I try and remember some of the things like, okay, this person's had this happen and that happened. Because it's not the first time. It's been like, I'm at like 12 health. It's like, how? You just had a long rest. Alrighty. But that was Theo's turn. That puts us up to Kay.
Cool. All right. I mean, as for the sake of like, kind of being bothered. I'll step on a little bit forward onto the bridge, and then I'll shoot. Same what I've been shooting up until this point.
Okay. Both
25 and
hits.
18. Perfect. 50.
Plus 15. Alrighty. And that puts us to Golem's turn. Alrighty. It's his turn. Okay. So the one up top is going to take a swing at Sylvania, especially after that last hit.
Impose disadvantage
Okay.
via dog.
Let's roll severity on that.
Loses its second attack. Haha.
No, just
Or
its club
punches
away.
itself in the
Its club is currently embedded in the wall over here.
Well, that also works.
Yep. But then it's gonna like grab its hands and try and swing them down at you for the second hit. Actually, I was gonna swing at a dog because once again, the dog is interfering with it,
Wisdom save.
which is a 18.
They succeed, but they still have disadvantage because dog used the dodge action on his last turn.
It's the wisdom save DC.
15.
It could still make it if did you just subtract the 4?
Oh yeah, did you subtract the 4?
Minus
Or does
2,
it knock
so that puts it to a 16.
Damn.
Okay, still succeeds.
Okay.
But I don't think that a 11 hits dog.
Nope.
That's fucking disadvantage. And Bane. And these poor golems just want to hit something.
Just want to do their job.
The second golem is going to dig its hand into the ground and coalesce up dirt around itself. And it is going to take a swing at Annah. Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Alrighty. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage,
Right.
and it's going to make its second attack. Actually, it has to move forward. Okay, roll me one more thorns damage.
Five.
Okay, and then it's going to make its second attack. And that's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, even with the bane, that's still hitting.
Yeah. And that's... Well, that was with Bane.
Okay.
And that is 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeesh. Okay.
Okay, and that is its turn. That puts us to Sylvania.
Well, this thing's still alive, so let's
20
fix
foul
that.
hit. 12 does not.
Well, not an extra 6 piercing.
It is looking very, very, very rough as you wail into this thing. Like you've taken out like huge chunks of its leg. It has a gaping chunk missing from its torso, and it is very much worse for wear. Annah.
Rawr.
15
Okay,
does not
15
hit.
misses.
does
Neither
the
does a 10. And we're gonna invoke an attack of opportunity from Buddy Boy here.
Okay, it is going to take its swing. That is 15 minus 2, 13.
Still hits.
And that is... Ooh, max damage. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, so bear goes away.
Okay.
Can I exist in this space?
Yes.
I'll still,
Like,
yeah, cool.
Well, here's the
Alright.
thing. Like as you moved to essentially here, it hit you and you turned from bear into Annah. So you could, because you could put yourself in any one of these 4 squares, essentially, and then move from there to wherever you want to move to. Because you would know that you were turning into Annah and continuing to move before you had picked a final destination. So if you don't want to end up here, then you can go elsewhere.
If I end up here, I'm still in range of his attack, right? Or does that
Yes.
invoke an attack opportunity?
Yeah, if you're trying to avoid taking attack opportunity, then yeah, you can stay within that and still end up there, for sure.
Sweet.
Or did
Cool.
they lose their reach when they lost the clubs? Or
Oh wait,
did they
yeah,
make-
that's right. He doesn't have reach anymore. So when you left, when you were here, you're not in his attack range, so you could move here and still not provoke an attack of opportunity. Because as soon as they lose the club, they do lose reach. Thank you very much for pointing that out, Sylvania.
Good call. I just need to transfer damage over to Annah, but yeah, missing. Do the attacks move. That's my turn.
Alrighty. That puts us to Theo. Who I imagine is
Syl's gonna yell, "Finish this one!"
Yeah, nope, that's the plan. Exactly what I was gonna do.
Towards
Yep.
Theo and Kay. It's like, this one's almost dead. One less
Yeah.
thing hitting us would be nice.
Gave the hint that it was bloodied. That's Theo's turn.
Theo takes the 2 pot shots, and they hit and they take off a little bit of branches from the tree that's growing out of the top of its body, but doesn't quite actually get any solid purchase on it. Kay.
So Kay is going to walk forward to the edge of the bridge and take 2 more shots with his arrow.
At which one?
19 in. The same one I've always been attacking. This
Okay.
one over here.
Okay, the
Both
rock.
those hit.
For 23 damage.
So
Would've
as
killed this one.
Kay, how do you want to do it for this one?
No, you've killed that one anyway.
You did
really
exactly the amount of damage it needed to die.
perfect. Really, what I want to do, what Kay wants to do here is just that last shot, that second shot. I just want it to go dead center through this statue, and then this, or the golem or whatever, and it just.
Yeah,
The arrow goes through. There's that moment of clarity of, oh look, I can see dog, and then boom.
Yeah, your first shot goes into the back of its knee as it's moving, as it took a swing at Annah and hit Annah. It goes to take a step to start following Annah, and you put that arrow right in the back of its knee and drop it, and it kind of turns its body towards you as you're stepping past the edge of that bridge. And you put that second round dead center in its chest, and you just watch as the cracks ripple across its body, the remainder of this statue, and the thing crumbles before you. As this one is very much dead. You did so much fucking damage with that giant fucking area of thorns.
I mean, my plan originally was going to be lure it one way through it,
And then lure it back the other way?
and then lure it back the other way. But then I realized I can't Misty Step to get over the other side. So I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah.
I guess this is my life now. And so I was just like, okay. But I had to plan it so that Annah and Dog and Syl weren't in the area of effect either.
Yeah.
Because that would, not that Syl or Dog moved the entire combat.
I moved. I got off Dog.
Yeah, pretty much.
Touche. Anyways, we're
Alright,
not done
that
yet.
puts us through the golem's turn. Does he get his thing back?
I golem.
Nope. And it is going to take it's gonna clasp its fists together, try and bring them down on Sylvania. I'm assuming that's with disadvantage because of Dog?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that is. Wait, it also has to roll Bane. I don't suppose an 18 hits you.
Nope.
Goddamn Bane. I'm pretty sure 22
Bane.
does.
Nah, that would have just caused me to cast a shield.
Theo's best ability investment up until this point.
It has ruined so many opportunities for enemies to deal damage. And it is going to take its second swing at Dog, which means it has to make a wisdom saving throw, which it fails, so it's taking another pot shot at Sylvania, which is no longer a disadvantage. It's just still being baned. And that is a... $22 to hit.
I will roll for explosions, but no.
This poor golem didn't get to do much of anything. He hit people like the first round and then like never again.
And to be fair, that was because I let it hit me because I wanted to launch it.
Well, it also hit Annah in the first round.
They'd actually.
You launched the other one. You launched the one that was to the south. Oh, I guess he's hit Annah a couple of times.
Been hit by all creatures.
Yep. Alrighty, so it does not succeed in actually getting any purchase. It's just like smashing its hands down on your shield. Its hands like cracking as it's like bashing against the shield. Sylvania, it's your turn.
Aha! Time to murder.
Murder. 19 hits.
19.
11 does not.
9 piercing.
9. Alrighty, that puts us to Annah.
It's not dead?
Nope.
It's not
Do
dead?
Frost Wasp, specifically aiming for this square here, so
Okay.
allies don't take damage. And I'm casting it at 3rd level.
Okay.
So 11 to hit, so it's not going to take the D10.
But then it has to make a dexterity saving throw?
Nope. But hit or miss, the Frost Wasp bursts. Oh shit, it is. No, it's been so long. Alright, dexterity saving throw.
And is it save for half or save for like to avoid all damage?
To avoid all damage, because Frost Wasp is a baby spell.
Okay, and that is what's the spell save DC?
14.
14. Well, it rolled a 15, and now it has to take Bane for 2.
Yay!
So it fails your save. How do you want to do this?
Let's see. 246.
It literally had 1 health.
All right,
his last attack left it at 1 health.
Hey, can Anna and I duo this?
Oh, heck
Can
yeah.
like the Frost Wasp's thing come out? Like it tried to slam down on me, and I like step on its hand, jump up. I see the Frost Wasp thing coming, and slam it into his back with my flail.
Yeah, and like it slams in, and then just like as like it like rears up, and like just the wasps like swarming around it, and like stinging, like grabbing and pulling bits of stone and plant away from it. You watch as it kind of like tries to shake them off, but as it does, you watch bits of stone just fall off. Its arm just sloughs off to the ground, and it turns trying to swat them away, and its other hand just kind of crumbles as it turns, and the upper half pivots and the bottom half didn't, and it just kind of crumbles and falls into itself as the second one is also dead.
So that was fun.
Did we level up?
Just did we level up? No, you don't level up from that.
Alright.
But you took down the 2 jungle guardians, and the after a little bit, Kay's giant thing of fuck this area gradually like withers and fades away. As the party is now standing before the temple, Theioryn kind of crawls out from under the bridge and is like very much relieved that they are no longer moving. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session. As the party has beaten the Jungle Guardians and now has access to the Sarai Temple.
Great. Right now.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Smashing through the front door.
Yep. Alrighty, well, thank you very much to my players for coming out and joining these shenanigans. I need to figure out what the hell that Sylvan portal does. Well, Sylvan Temple, or shrine thingy. It might be a portal. We'll find out. Unless Kay forgets about it.
She won't.
It's like, what's the likelihood of Kay forgetting about something like that? It might have to do with portals, so maybe less. But yeah, have a great night all. Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.